Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and I am on my way home. Luckily, I broke through traffic and things seem to be smooth sailing now. But in today's video, I wanted to answer the question, if I'm involved in an injury and I hire an injury lawyer, will that injury lawyer be the one who works on my case? So years ago, I had a lady, an older lady, tough character, right? Could not get one by her. Boy, she was a tough person, always asking really tough, biting questions, but I don't mind because I'm honest. And she wanted me to take her case, and she fired her last attorney. She was unrepresented, and her deadline, her statute of limitations was coming up. So she really, I spent a lot of time with her on the phone. She really liked me, and she really wanted me to do her case. So I said, okay, that sounds good. And she said, let me ask you one last question. Will you be the only one working on my case? I don't want anyone else working on my case, just you. I don't want anyone to touch my file, just you. And I said, well, I have an associate attorney in my office who helps me on all of my cases. And, that shouldn't be a problem, should it? And she's like, no, I don't want anyone working on my case but you. And I'm like, okay, well, if that's the way you feel, it's going to make things harder for me, but I'm willing to do it for you. Just because I actually kind of liked her. I like people who are, characters. But then she said, I only want to hear from you. I only want you to look at my file. I only want to talk to you. I only want you to write letters. I only want you to order my medical records. I don't want anyone in your office, not a paralegal, not a secretary, not an assistant. And that's when I had to draw the line. I told her, hey, there's no way I can do what I do without the help of secretaries, paralegals, associate attorneys, and also attorneys I co-counsel with on certain cases. Like, there's literally no way I can do what I do if I do all the lifting myself. And so she finally relented and said, okay, well, that's okay, you can have help. But the reason it popped into my head to shoot this video with you is, I think a lot of people see lawyers on a billboard. Like me, I'm on the expressway, I'll see some lawyers on billboards. Or TV is huge, right? I talk to a million people who see attorneys on the internet or on TV, and they call and they just talk to an assistant, and the assistant signs up the case. They never get to hear from the attorney. They never get to talk to the attorney. And they're upset about it, right? Because they thought they were going to be represented by that attorney, meaning they'd get to meet that attorney, they'd get to talk to that attorney, they'd get that attorney's advice out of the horse's mouth. And unfortunately, I think it's a growing trend in personal injury. The guy you see on TV and the guy you see on the billboard is not an attorney that you will ever have access to. In fact, a lot of those firms are not even run by the attorney who's on the billboard or on the TV screen. There's some other guy or gal who runs the law firm who's an attorney, and then there's attorneys under that attorney who actually handle the cases. And in some law firms, the day-to-day operation of the case, handling of the case, isn't even with an attorney. So depending on the firm you choose to represent you, it may or may not be that the attorney whose ad you responded to actually knows about your case. So to me, that's important. In my law firm, the way we do it is, I don't assign cases out to other attorneys. Everybody works on every case, meaning you can call and talk to anybody and get an answer, but if you need an answer from an attorney will call you, and if there's a problem in the case, I will call you. Or if you really need to talk to me to feel okay about what's going on in your case, I will call you because I know what's going on the cases in my office. So you're probably, at other firms, based on the scale that they do, and I have a pretty successful law firm. I get a lot of cases and a lot of people trust me to handle their files. But I think it's like a business decision that a lot of other law firms that I've heard of, I talk to a lot of people who aren't happy with their current lawyer because they've never actually talked to their lawyer, and they don't even know if there's a lawyer on their case, and they don't know who's handling it and all the rest of it. But at my office, you know, I always try to be accessible to the clients. Now, obviously, day-to-day phone calls, can't do it. You know, writing every letter, can't do it. Ordering and following up the medical records, I need help doing that, you know. So, depends on the firm you and the people you decide to work with as to whether an actual attorney is going to be on top of the file and whether it's the attorney who you actually are, the attorney you think you're hiring versus the one you get. So I hope that clarifies things for you. It stinks to hire somebody thinking attorney X is going to be my guy, and then he doesn't know you from Adam and he doesn't know anything about your case. So, but you know, sometimes that's the way it goes, and I hope that clarifies for you how all of that works. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And obviously, if you or a loved one has been involved in a car accident, fall down, dog bite, bar fight, work injury, nursing home abuse, any kind of injury case, and you or a loved one needs advice or help, please don't hesitate to give me a call. It's free. I'd be happy to give you a free consultation at 312-500-4500. Again, 312-500-4500. And, you know, there's other stuff in my comments section below, like leaving me a Google review, which I'd really appreciate. And I also have tools on my website, like Case Value Calculator. It's actually a tool on my website where you answer multiple choice questions and it gives you an approximate case value. And there's also a good case calculator too, where in like 15 seconds, you can get a general answer as to whether you have a good case or not, all without talking to a lawyer or anyone else for that matter. So you can check my website out for that. I want to say that I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, my channel is really growing and I really appreciate it. So especially for the people who watch till the end, thanks so much for being a viewer. And if you know anybody interested in the channel, turn them on to it. And if there's anything I can do for you, please give me a call. Have a lovely evening, and until next time, take care.